that we will be starting from 8:30. Usually I set as 8:15, but I think 8:30 is better for everybody. Everybody is coming around that time. Okay. But 8 o'clock we are starting Aarti. So if you come early, you will be able to attend the Aarti, which is very nice, especially serving Radha Undan Chandra. Okay, so we'll start today. So we can pray together. Yeah, please take one. Even the camera is not set up yet, so you can take this. Thank you. Hare Krishna. On the phone, Mohit Prabhu. Okay, Prabhu. You are able to hear or no? Now, but what about before? That is okay. Okay, or I can put you on speaker. Maybe that is better. Okay, is it okay now? Okay. Hare Krishna. Okay, so we'll. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamini Namini Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharani Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschata Deshakarani Om Ajnana Timiratasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshununmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurve Namaha Shri Chaitanyam Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Utapadakamalam Shri Venu Vaishnavanshcha Shri Rupam Sargajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahita Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitam Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesh Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhuvevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaurabhaktam Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Nityananda Avdutendur Vasudha Prana Vallabha Janava Jivita Patihi Krishna Prema Pada Prabhu Padmavati Shuta Shriman Sachinandana Purvajaha Bhavonmakta Jagatrata Rakta Gaura Kalevaraha Namo Namo Niruddhaya Rishikeshyandriyatmane Namah Paramahansaya Purnaya Nibritatmane Swargapavargadvaraya Nityam Shuchi Sade Namaha Namo Hiranyaviraya Chaturhotraya Tandave. Hare Krishna. How is everybody? Tired from work? Everybody is waiting for Friday? Because tired in whole week or for Bhakti Vriksha? Right, good to see everybody. So we can start. Last time we did, I think, 7. Yes, yeah, we did chapter 7 and verse 7 we did, so we'll do verse 8. Please repeat after me. Raso aham apsu kaunteya prabhasmi shashi suryayoh pranavaha sarva vedeshu shabdashaha khe paurusham nrushu. Raso aham apsu kaunteya prabhasmi shashi suryayoh pranavaha sarva vedeshu shabdaha khe paurusham nrushu. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. O son of Kunti, I am the taste of water, the light of the sun and the moon, the syllable Om in the Vedic mantras. I am the sound in ether and ability in man. So we'll do another verse and then we'll discuss it together. So verse 9. Punyo gandaha prithvivyam cha Punyo gandaha prithvivyam cha Tejashasmi vibhavaso Jivanam sarva bhuteshu Tapaschasmi tapasvishu Punyo gandaha prithvivyam cha Punyo gandaha prithvicham Tejaschasmi vibhavaso Jivanam sarva bhuteshu Tapaschasmi tapasvishu. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. I am the original fragrance of the earth and I am the heat in fire. I am the life of all that lives and I am the penances of all ascetics. So before we start the purport, so just wanted to connect from where we left. So if you remember this chapter, we started to know about Krishna, and then last week we covered specifically the knowledge about the energies of Krishna. So spiritual energy, material energy, right, and how they are involved in the world around us. Everything, whatever you see, is directly sourced from Krishna. Right? That is what we saw last time. And then what we saw, the verse before 8, which is verse 7, right? Krishna is saying that, O conqueror of wealth, there is no truth superior to me. Everything rests upon me as pearls are strung on a thread. So as pearls are strung on a thread, that means you cannot directly see the thread. Right? In the pearl necklace, you cannot directly, but if the thread is not there, then there will not be any necklace. Similarly, Krishna is involved in each and everything through his energy. You cannot directly see him, but you can perceive it. And that is what last time we understood. Right? We tried to give examples. I tried to give example of what we are doing. We have this knowledge, but are we trying to see Krishna everywhere? So we gave example of husband and wife, how their daily activities of thinking. Right? So there also we are seeing that we are seeing ourselves as controller rather than Krishna behind everything, rather than putting Krishna in control, putting Krishna in center. Right? So what we need to do now, we have this knowledge, we need to actually experience that knowledge. We need to remember, remind ourselves again and again. Right? Now, next 8, 9, 10 till 12 is actually giving more information about Krishna and Krishna's energies. Right? So in the 8th verse we saw, O son of Kunti, I am the test of water, the light of the sun and the moon, the syllable Om in the Vedic mantras. I am the sound in ether and ability in man. Let's read the purport. Who want to read? You want to take the mic, please? On the mic and read. Yes. This is verse 8. So Krishu, 7-year-old, he is going to read.
Besides this, Almighty and Arjuna.
No, not that one. The purport. Purport. Can you show him purport? Verse 8.
This verse explains how the Lord is all
pervasive
by his
diverse material
and spiritual energies. The Supreme Lord can be
preliminarily perceived
by his different energies, and in this way he is realized on personally as the demigod in the sun is a person and perceived by all his all pervading energy, the sunshine. So the Lord, although his internal good is received by his all pervading
energy. Where is he?
Energy. The taste of water is active principle of water. No one likes to drink seawater because the pure taste of water is mixed with salt. Attraction for the water depends on the purity of the
purity of the taste, and this pure taste is one of the energies of the Lord. Maybe I'll read it further. Thank you. The impersonalist perceives The impersonalist perceives the presence of the Lord in water by its taste, and the personalist also glorifies the Lord by his kindly supplying tasty water to quench man's thirst. And that is the way of perceiving the Supreme. Practically speaking, there is no conflict between personalism and impersonalism. One who knows God knows that the impersonal conception and personal conception are simultaneously present in everything, and that there is no contradiction. Therefore, Lord Chaitanya established his sublime doctrine Achinta, Bheda and Abheda Tattva, simultaneously oneness and difference. We'll discuss a little bit. So, if you see, very important point Prabhupada is mentioning here. Right? So first thing is, if you understand that previous verses we saw, behind everything which is living, which is non-living, which is moving, which is not moving, behind everything Krishna is there. Right? So who is the source of everything? Krishna is the source of everything. Now this verse is telling, Krishna is telling himself, right? I am the taste of water. Right? Very important. Why? Let's see, you know water. Water is also provided by Krishna, Krishna's energy. It's a part of a material energy. Right? What is taste of water? What is it? That is essential characteristic of water. Right? What it does. Right? Many times we have experienced what happens. You are very thirsty, you are very, very thirsty, and even if somebody brings you nectar or juice, you are not satisfied. Unless you drink water, you don't feel that satisfaction. We are in purport of text 8. So, that taste of water is the essence of water. Right? Haribol? Haribol? Please keep quiet. Right? So, what is the essence of water? The taste is the essence of water. And Krishna is saying, I am the taste of water. So, he is saying, I am the essence of this. Right? What is the other thing he is saying? Right? The light of the sun and the moon. So, if you see sun and moon, what is the main thing? You see the light. The characteristic, what you see, the essence of sun and moon is light. So, how we need to understand? Let's take an example, right? If, say somebody, if you go to some house, right? If you go and a beautiful house, nicely maintained, everything is there, right? And then you come to know that nobody can live there, right? What does that mean? That actual essence, the real purpose of that house is to stay, is to live there. But everything is there, but there is no facility or no arrangement to live. Right? Then what is the purpose of that house? Even if it is beautiful, grand, everything is nice, is there any purpose of that? Because it is not resolving, it is not solving the main essence. Like that, if you just know Krishna, that this is only source, because source is Krishna, Krishna is material energy, Krishna is spiritual energy, right? So, what we see, if we see that, then we are just seeing the impersonal aspect of Krishna. What is impersonal aspect? Is not directly but indirectly we are appreciating Krishna. But then if you go one step forward thinking, Krishna, Bhagwan is there, and because of him I am getting this water, because of him the taste of water is there, because of him I am quenching my thirst. Right? But Prabhupada making one more point, he is saying, in reality there is no difference in impersonalism and personalism. If somebody understands Bhagwan, then he understands both the aspects, that he is the source of everything as well as he is the essence of everything. Okay, so we'll read further. Anybody wants to read? Anybody? Yeah, please.
The light of the sun and the moon is also originally emanating from the Brahma Jyoti, which is the impersonal effulgence of the Lord. And Pranava, or the Omkara transcendental sound in the beginning of every Vedic hymn, addresses the Supreme Lord. Because the impersonalists are very much afraid of addressing the Supreme Lord Krishna by his innumerable names, they prefer to vibrate the transcendental sound Omkara. But they do not realize that Omkara is the sound representation of Krishna. The jurisdiction of Krishna consciousness extends everywhere, and one who knows Krishna consciousness is blessed. Those who do not know Krishna are in illusion, and so knowledge of Krishna is liberation, and ignorance of him is bondage.
So Prabhupada explained further about Brahma Jyoti, the light. So what is coming from Brahma Jyoti is actually the light used by sun and moon. Right? Okay. So we'll go further. If any questions or any comments, anybody? So if the next verse is going further, right? Now Krishna is saying, I am the original fragrance of the earth and I am the heat in fire. I am the life of all that lives and I am the penances of all ascetics. Purport, if somebody wants to read. So Prabhupada is talking about purity, punya, and then purity. So what happens? Let's take a same example, the water. Water will quench your thirst, right, because of its taste. But what happens if, say for example, somebody gives you a glass of water and he puts lot of salt in it? Would you able to drink it? Would you able to quench? So what happens? So let's take sugar. A lot of sugar somebody gives in that water. Now salt is, we know salty, so you'll not be able to. But what about sugar? Will it quench your thirst if you're very thirsty? Why not? What exactly that makes? If you put the sugar, what exactly it makes? Sweeter. So it changes the taste, the essence, the originality of the water. The originality of that water, essence of the water is taste. So the purity of water is depending on the taste of the water. But then it becomes impure by chemical adjustment. So whatever you see around, right, everything is given by Krishna. Everything is original. Everything has a fragrance. Right? I still remember when I used to study, and I actually studied in an engineering college in a village. That time it was village. Now I think it became more bigger than city due to impact of TV mainly. That time I think TV was also not there. It was there, but not that impacting all the households. But now it's I think completely changed. So there, first time when rain used to come, amazing smell. You will not get anywhere, even if you go to any shop and try to get best perfume. French people are very known for their perfumes. Like even you will not get that smell. That smell easily available, very easily, freely available, and uncomparable. Original smell of the earth. Right. So everything is original, has a purity, has a essence. So Prabhupada is mentioning here, even the flower, right? Fragrance is the flower. Okay. He gave one more point here. If you see the fragrance in a flower, from where it comes? The fragrance in flower. Yeah. Krishna. Very good. Yeah, that also comes from Krishna. How it comes from Krishna? Krishna comes and puts little drops of ether. He goes and stays in it. No. Yeah. So it comes from earth. Right. So what happens? Earth has all the fragrances. Right. If you put seed if you take any seed, right? Any flower seed doesn't have usually the smell. But you put that, you water, you plant it, and then it nicely blossoms, it nicely comes up and blossoms in a flower, and fragrance is spread across so many feet, or sometimes depending on the flower, it can go far away. Right? From where this is coming? This is coming from earth. Right? And who is providing this? The earth. Previous verses we saw, who is the source of earth, the Panchamahabhutas. Right? Who is the source of Krishna? Right? You guys were telling something else. Who was the source of earth? Krishna. Very good. So these guys know. Okay. Now another example thing, fire. If you see fire, if fire is not there, so many things you see around, you will not be able to do anything without fire. And fire is also given by Krishna. Not only that, Prabhupada is saying here, right, for cooking, for factory, everything, you need fire. Not only that, for digestion also you need fire. Because in our Ayurveda says that in our body, there is a fire called Jataragni fire, which is essentially needed. If that fire is low, then indigestion happens. Right? So even for digestion you would need fire. Otherwise you will not be able to digest. Right? So all this is Krishna. So even every essence of everything is Krishna. We're okay till this point? Now the life, if you see the life, right? What is the essence of life? The soul, Atma, is essence of life. That is also coming from Krishna. So everything around us coming from Krishna. Okay. So let's read the next verse. Okay, let's do. Please repeat after me. Bijam mam sarva bhutanam Viddhi partha sanatanam Buddhir buddhi matatmasmi Buddhir buddhir matamatsim Tejas tejasvinamaham. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. O son of Pratha, know that I am the original seed of all existences, the intelligence of the intelligent, and the prowess of all powerful men. Okay, so we can read this. Please, Purport. Yes, Krishna. You can take the mic and on.
Bija means seed. Krishna, the seed of everything. In contact with material nature, the seed fruct.
No, there are. No, his version doesn't have, so why don't you use. So latest version is reduced, easy to read.
There are various living entities.
That's okay. He's seeing
movable
that.
Okay. in earth. Birds, beasts, men, and many other living creatures are moving living entities. Trees and plants, however, are inert. They cannot move but only stand. Every entity is contained within the scope of 8,400,000 species of life. Some of them are moving and some of them are inert. In all cases, however, the seed of life is Krishna. As stated in Vedic literature, Brahman, or Supreme Absolute Truth, is that from which everything is emanating. Krishna is Parabrahma, the Supreme Spirit. Brahman is impersonal and Parabrahman is personal. Impersonal Brahman is situated in the personal aspect. That is stated in Bhagavad Gita. Therefore, originally Krishna is the source of everything. He is the root. As the root of a tree maintains the whole tree, Krishna, being the original root of all things, maintains everything in material manifestations. This is also confirmed in Vedic literature. Katha Upanishad 2.2.13.
Nityo nityanam chetanas chetananam eko bahunamam yo vidadhati kama.
He is the prime eternal among all eternals. He is the supreme living entity of all living entities, and he alone is maintaining all life. He cannot do anything without.
One cannot do anything.
One cannot do anything without intelligence, and Krishna also says that he is the root of all intelligence. Unless a person is intelligent, he cannot understand Supreme Personality of God.
So here, Krishna is saying, O son of Pratha, know that I am the original seed of all existence. So Bijam means seed. That how Krishna is the original seed of all existence? Because if you remember, whole material universe, how it is created, the whole material universe. Initially what it is? It has a, what is that? Yeah, yeah, it can say, but then, the whole universe when it is coming up, right, there is a Mahat Tattva, the Pradhana. Pradhana is basically, if everything, this is basically the original, the basic content of material universe. And from that everything is created. So that is also provided by Krishna. And that is the seed of everything. That's the reason Krishna is saying, I am the seed of everything. Right? So let's see the next verse. Please repeat after me. Balam balavatam chaham kamaraga vivarjitam dharma virodha bhuteshu kamosmi bharatashva balam balvatam chaham kamaraga vivarjitam dharma virodho bhuteshu kamosmi bharata sharbham. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. I am the strength of the strong, devoid of passion and desire. I am sex life which is not contrary to religious principles. O Lord of the Bharatas. Arjuna. Purport. The strong man's strength should be applied to protect the weak, not for personal aggression. Similarly, sex life according to religious principles, dharma, should be for the propagation of children, not otherwise. The responsibility of parents is then to make their offspring Krishna conscious. I think this is straightforward. Now, important verse in this section, because this is the last verse in this section where Krishna is actually, concluding about himself, all this. So, verse 12, please repeat after me. Ye chaiva satvika bhava rajasas tamashas cha ye rajasas tamashas cha ye matta eveti tan vidhi tvaham teshu ye te mai na tvaham teshu te mai. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Know that all states of being, be they of goodness, passion, or ignorance, are manifested by my energy. I am in one sense everything, but I am independent. I am not under the modes of material nature, for they, on the contrary, are within me. Very important point. So we'll discuss after the purport. Anybody wants to read? Mike, Dev, Mike, Dev.
All material activities in the world are being conducted under the three modes of material nature. Although these material modes of nature are emanations from the Supreme Lord Krishna, he is not subject to them. For instance, under the state laws, one may be punished, but the king, the lawmaker, is not subjected to that law. Similarly, all the modes of material nature, goodness, passion, and ignorance, are emanations from the Supreme Lord Krishna. But Krishna is not subjected to material nature. Therefore, he is nirguna, which means that these gunas or modes, although issuing from him, do not affect him. This is one of the special characteristics of the Bhagavan or the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Very important. So Krishna is telling about his para and apara shakti, right? And through apara shakti, that is material energy, then we have this modes, three different modes, because everything in this world is under the modes of material nature. They are, it's like we discussed last time, right? Like a cloth, right? In the cloth, if you want to see a thread, you will not be able to see the thread. But you know that it is made of a thread. Like that, whole material world, each and everything is through this thread of the modes. What are the three modes? Yeah. So ignorance, passion, and goodness. Right? Everything. If you see person, if you see the person, what he is wearing, what he is eating, what he is talking, everything can categorize in this. If you see any food, also you can categorize either it is a food in tamas, food in ignorance, food in goodness. Right? Each and everything, even animals, right? Let's take animals. So what is the example of animal in ignorance? Tiger, no, he is in passion because he wants to go and do something. Ignorance. No. Donkey, yeah. Donkey is, yeah, sorry. Yeah, pig is in ignorance. Okay, good point. Krishu has a good point. He's saying lion sleeps so much, so why he is not in ignorance? He sleeps 18 hours of 24 hours, right? Because he eats so much that he cannot move. Right? So in passion, lion is in passion because it's everybody has a combination of this, but we need to see which is most. Right? So lion has a lot of passion. And what is the example of goodness, animal in goodness? Cow, everybody knows. Good. Yeah, cow, because cow is always giving everything, whatever you see. Bull is also coming in category of cow. Right? So like that, each and everything in this material world can be categorized in one of these modes. So everything is good. And everything is controlled or impacted by the mode. Now Krishna is saying, I am all these, but still I am independent from this. We are not able to conceive that. And, right? Mahaprabhu has given this tattva. What is it? Achinta Bheda Abheda tattva. What does that mean? That means inconceivable, simultaneously, Bheda, different, and one. Right? Actually, we read this so many times, we heard this so many times because of Prabhupada's mercy. In reality, this is a doctorate knowledge. Right? The ultimate knowledge which Mahaprabhu has given and Prabhupada has given freely. So to understand this, let's understand, go little back, then we will understand that why it is important. Right? So initially, like if you go very back, initially, long back, everything was under the Vedic system. Right? All the kings, everybody was following Vedas very nicely. And then eventually what happens, then everybody started using particular section of Vedas to their advantages. The special thing was animal sacrifice. So everybody was killing left and right to animals and eating. And if somebody wants to stop them, then they were saying, oh, Vedas it is given, we are doing as per Vedas, everything according to Shastra we are doing, so we are allowed. And that time, it was basically they were misusing the Vedas. And that time what happened? Then Lord Buddha, Krishna came as an incarnation of Lord Buddha. So what he did, right? He wanted to stop that, right? But how he can do, if you think logically, and that is what Prabhupada has also said before in his lectures, that these all things are actually, if you see, it looks like a plan of a big project, right? It's a bigger plan. So what happened, that Buddha came in picture, and first thing what he did, he rejected the Vedas, because the situation was such that you cannot just take few pieces of Vedas and say, oh no, don't do animal sacrifice, right? What he did, he said, no, Vedas, nothing like that, Vedas are not there, and he basically made sure that everybody at that time understands that, okay, no animal sacrifice, and just follow this, that everything is void, a big shunyavad, big zero. Right? And afterwards what happened? Right? Afterwards, Shankaracharya came. Shankaracharya was incarnation of Bhagavan Shiva. What Shankaracharya brought up? What he brought up? What is the theory or tattva he had? Shankaracharya said, Advaita. Advaita means there is no difference. So he made basically what we call as Mayavad also. That everything is impersonal. Everything is effulgent. Everything is Brahman. Nothing else there. So what is Advaita means? Advaita means God and Jiva. They are not different. Eventually, Jiva will purify himself so much that he will go and merge in the Lord. Right? That is Advaita. Right? Advaita Tattva. And then, again, another Tattva came. What was that? Dvaita. Dvaita means two. Right? Dvaitavadi is given by Madhavacharya. Right? He said, no, always Jiva and God are simultaneously different. They are always different. It's not like Jiva leaves its characteristics. They are always different. So we have Advaitavad, we have Dvaita, and then Mahaprabhu actually went further, right? And that was the ultimate thing Mahaprabhu has given, is Achinta Bheda Bhed. Mahaprabhu is saying, because that is the philosophy, that is the tattva which tells that everything connects them. So Mahaprabhu essentially connected everything. That Krishna, yes, Krishna is different. But at the same time, Jiva is one with Krishna. Right? How it is. So Prabhupada has explained with the example of sea water and a drop from the ocean. Right? So ocean and a drop from an ocean. So if you see their quality, it's same. If you see chemical composition of the drop of a water and the water from an ocean, it's same. Or ocean, it's same. Right? If you see all characteristics. But what is different there? The quantity is different. Drop is just a drop. Ocean is ocean. Tomorrow if drop says, oh, I am exactly same like ocean. Yes, that is correct. But characteristic wise. But it says, oh, I am like ocean, big. No, it is not. Right? So, quality wise it is same. But quantity wise is different. So, Jiva, quality wise, Jiva also has the same qualities. What are the same qualities? Satta, Chitta and Ananda. Right? Same qualities. Right? But in minute quantity. Our consciousness, the Jiva's consciousness is only in our body. We don't feel other person's consciousness. Right? But Krishna's consciousness is everywhere because he is Vibhu. Right? So this is what Mahaprabhu has given, the ultimate knowledge. Right? And this knowledge is given very easily. If you see, it is why it is important, especially in the different sectors of Vaishnavism. This is very important. Right? In fact, nice story is there when there was a situation where, let me give some, everybody knows Radha Govind Devji. Okay, where are these deities now? Jaipur. So Radha Govind Devji is Rupa Goswami's deities, which was in Vrindavan, and because of Mughals attack. So it was moved to Jaipur, because Jaipur, I think that time the king was Hindu king, and so they established Govind Dev Ji there. And actually it was taken care by Gaudiya Vaishnavism or Vaishnavism, right? Vaishnava Sampradaya, Madhav Sampradaya. If you know Mahaprabhu, it's taken sannyas from Madhav Sampradaya, right? So Brahma Madhav Gaudiya Sampradaya, what we call it, right? So Gaudiya's Sampradaya, sannyasis, acharya, pujaris were taking care of Govind Dev Ji. But that time the other Sampradaya actually complained to king, saying they are not the right person to take care, because they are not Vaishnavas also. Yeah, they are somebody else. It is Apasampradaya. Apasampradaya means not as one of the four Sampradayas. Everybody knows there are four Vaishnava Sampradayas. Anybody? These are authentic Sampradayas. Four Vaishnava Sampradayas. Right? Coming from, yes, Prishu, you have question? No? You want to tell? Four Sampradayas. Okay. So Brahma Sampradaya, then from Lakshmi it's Shri Sampradaya, and Shiva it's a Rudra Sampradaya. Yeah. And then for Kumaras, from four Kumaras coming, Kumara Sampradaya. So they were said that Gaudiya Vaishnavism is not from any Sampradaya, because they gave few references. One of the references they gave is all these Sampradayas have given Vedanta Sutras. That means ultimate knowledge in the Vedanta, because all the Acharyas from these Sampradayas have given Vedanta Sutras. So there is nobody from Gaudiya Vaishnavism or from line of Mahaprabhu has given anything. So they are not Sampradaya, they are Apasampradaya. So king became very, very worried, because he himself was a Vaishnava, Gaudiya Vaishnava. So he wanted to basically do what is right. He don't wanted to offend, because he was thinking, oh, I am offending the Radha Govind Dev Ji by allowing them. So he sent somebody to Vrindavan, and that time, I don't remember, maybe Loknath Swami. He he was the main, but he was very old, right? So he sends his disciple, go and basically resolve this issue, because he was not able to travel, and he gives. So that disciple's name is Baldev Vidyabhushan. Acharya, I think it is Loknath Swami, but I don't remember the exact name. Yeah. Right. Yeah, real. Yeah. So then he goes, and then everybody challenges him that no. So he says, Baldev Vidyabhushan says, okay, if that is the case, I will give me some days and I will present the Vedanta Sutra. So Vedanta Sutra is basically all the Acharyas has given as ultimate knowledge, and he says give me some days, because he actually is completely dependent on Krishna, completely dependent on Govindji, and he basically want to represent his Guru rightly. So he is just requesting some time, give me some time. And he goes in front of Govind Devji and requests him, I told that in few days I will give, but I don't know anything. What I will do, I don't know. And so please help me, don't put me down. And then in few days, actually he writes Vedanta Sutra, which is published as Govinda Bhashya, right? And it is given as a Govinda Bhashya because Govind Devji himself has given that. He has given ultimate knowledge, because whoever after that, then they discussed on that, all the other Sampradayas, main intelligent persons, and they said this is flawless, and they actually surrender to him and surrender to Gaudiya Vaishnavism. Because of that, today also if you go to Radha Govind Dev Ji temple in Jaipur, visit it. It is very, very nice, very potent place. There you will see it is taken care by Gaudiya Vaishnavism. Right? If we cannot go to Radha Govind Dev Ji in Jaipur, then we should go to New York at least. There is a Radha Govind Dev Ji temple in New York, Brooklyn. Very nice temple. Very good. So if you see, Even if you see the initially Prabhupada has surrendered, if you go to the first page, before content, before content, before contents, yeah, that page. It's a blank page, just few lines in between. Yeah, so Prabhupada has actually offered this Bhagavad Gita to Srila Baldev Vidyabhushan, who presented so nicely the Govinda Bhashya commentary on Vedanta philosophy. Prabhupada has there. So this ultimate knowledge of Achinta Veda Veda Tattva, Prabhupada easily gave us. Not only that, Prabhupada has gave us a complete lifestyle to live. What we have to do, we have to just follow that. Prabhupada has given everything. Ultimate knowledge, say for example, if somebody gives you ultimate thing, and if you don't use, what is the use of that? Right? If somebody gives you, say, ultimate vehicle, ultimate car, ultimate machine, laptop, and you just don't on it because it's ultimate, I don't want to on it. What is the use? What is the use? So, not only that, Prabhupada has given, how to use it. Right? I know nowadays a few devotees are following this diet, special diet, right? Where all the information is given, right? So, the knowledge is given there completely, right? If you are reading and you are following, then you will see a effect, right? Similarly to that, Prabhupada has given ultimate knowledge. He has given what to do. He has given how to do, right? He has given what not to do, right? So what Prabhupada has given, what not to do? 4 regulative principles. Yeah. So follow 4 regulative principles. Basically, those are not what not to do. And then what to do? Prabhupada has given that chant, right? Associate. Not only that, he has given practical ways to do things. That he has given so much opportunity to do service. Yeah, 1 minute. Service. So all those things, if we follow, right, is basically following this ultimate knowledge. Ultimate what Prabhupada has given. Okay, please. Okay, so who can tell 4 regulative principles? No gambling, yeah. No intoxication. No meat eating and no illicit sex. So these are the 4 regulative principles, right? So these are don'ts, right? Why we need to do these don'ts? Say if you have some disease, yeah, I will tell. So what I was telling that, yeah, why we need to do these, right? So if you have some disease, right? So we go to doctor gives a medicine, as well as he says, don't do these things. Otherwise it will not give you correct impact, right? Correct things. So that is what regulative principle is. That will actually take us to a platform where it will help us, it will take us to devotional service. It will, right? So what happens actually if we don't do that? If you say meat eating, what happens? So meat eating is such a thing that basically hinsa, violence is involved in meat eating, right? So if violence is involved and somebody is eating that, then he will not have compassion, the softness of heart. Unless you have compassion, softness of heart, the Vedic knowledge, the knowledge about Lord will not enter to your heart. These are 4, things. Yes. Yeah, there were something. See, what was caste system before, right? Now what we understand caste system is just coming from generation to generation to generation. But before the caste system was, or what real caste system is, Krishna is saying that as per your propensities is divided into. So people had propensities of eating and expressing that, they were allowed to have. That's the best part about Vedas. Vedas were not having exclusions. Vedas had for everybody. It was including everybody. So it wasn't by caste system, by person's propensities. So how it was? It was regulated. I will explain what was regulated. Regulated, what means? They were not freely given. Haribol, you have to listen. They were freely given, not freely given. They were saying regulated means, okay, you have to follow this, and cut only on this particular day, follow these principles, then only you can cut and eat. Okay. Kids are alone? Yeah, the sound is coming. Okay. Yeah, so one more point I want to do. So regulated, Krishna was asking, what is regulated? So regulated means actually controlled manner. For example, you have a tap. If you don't have tap, if there is only water coming, what will happen? Wasted, and then whole house will be flooded. So what tap does? So that regulates, it doesn't stop. When you want to stop, it stops. When you want to leave little bit, it will do little bit. If you want fast, it will leave. So that is called regulation. So whatever we do, that also is like that. If you eat too much, then it is not good, right? So regulation means you are in control. You are doing in control. Yes, Raj Prabhu, you wanted to talk in the mic, please, Prabhu. Sorry. It's on, Prabhu? It's up. It should be go up. Yeah.
To whatever Prabhuji asked, right? Kshatriyas are in the mode of passion and primarily in the mode of passion, and non-meat is primarily in the mode of ignorance. I know that there follow some regulations in how they offer animals to the Lord. There's some prescribed things, but
not to Lord, but specific demigods.
Specific demigods, yeah. Sorry. But they do not eat it, right? Are there any codes that even Kshatriyas actually proper Vaishnava Kshatriyas had it? Any Kshatriya?
Yeah, some Kshatriyas used to have,
but
not
it's a
all.
mode of ignorance, right? The meat is, no matter what, it's a mode of ignorance.
It is, but actually it increases passion, because somebody has to go and kill. Unless the passion is there,
Killing
they
is
will
okay.
not. Yeah.
I'm talking about eating part. Like even Lord Rama was killing things, but he used to give it to Shudras who can actually take that, who can take the offerings of these offerings.
Right. So there were propensities in Kshatriyas also where they used to eat. They used to eat.
And that's been that's like an approved thing for Kshatriya. I mean Vedic way.
Yeah, I don't know in reality, but I heard, yes. I heard that
But
they
in
used
terms
to.
of modes, it doesn't match. They're primarily in the mode of passion.
Right, but whatever is cooked is mode of passion only, because
Not ignorance.
not ignorance.
So meat is more in passion.
Yes, eating of meat. Yes. Okay. Right. Anything else? So no, Vedas doesn't recommend for. Yeah, no. What? Yeah, I'm not aware, but I heard is that. Yeah, my point was that like if Vaishnava Kshatriya, right, who were following, they were not. It was not given that way.
It might not be authorized.
Yeah, I don't know. I heard that yes, it was for Kshatriya, or that basically I don't think it goes by that, but what your propensities are, that way you can, because in that also there were categories, right? In Kshatriyas also there were kings who were complete Vaishnavas. Today also in Manipur and other places, right? Those kings are Vaishnava kings. They follow all Vaishnavism. But there are some kings who are also Kshatriya, but they do everything. They follow something else according to the Shastra. Different varieties are there. Okay, so anything else? Yes. Yeah, it is. Yeah. So actually, as I was telling, right, the Vedas was inclusion, that including everything. It's not like, oh, you don't do ABC, so you're out of this. No, because it's like the whole what do you call? Yeah, the manual of the whole system. So that has to have everything. So if somebody has the propensity of that, then do this and eat like that. So the purpose was eventually, by following for regulation, eventually they will improve, and then they will understand, oh, why we have to do this. Oh, then no, we shouldn't eat this, and when we go to next level, like that. Hmm.
To chant the name of the Lord, and then slowly you realize what is good for you. So that is ultimate realization. That is the what you do. Krishna is also in favor of that tark and karma, to keep on realizing what you do, what is good for you. Then ultimately we'll know the truth. That is what I believe we should be doing, and we should not like blindly discuss on Vedas or something like that. What is good? We don't know like what purpose they have written and what they want to do. Is
Okay,
it
so
like something makes sense? I don't know.
yeah, it makes sense what you said. If I understand what you're trying to say, see, ultimately, the whole material world is created so that we can improve ourselves and go back, right? Now everybody has in different stages, right? There are some who will know, right? Or should I give that? Anyway, we'll just discuss now. Uh, or maybe I'll tell this. You know, there is some story related to this, right? So if there are different kinds of individuals, right? Some individuals, what happens, right? Now, if somebody is a thief is there, right? A thief, and he sees, oh, cops caught somebody, and cop is giving them a very strict punishment, right? Seeing that, he will understand, right? But before that, somebody may just hearing that or reading in the newspaper will understand, oh no, chori karna guna hai, ye aisa ho jayega. This will happen, right? Somebody will understand. Other person will understand actually seeing, right? Third kind of person is, he sees that he knows also that, but still goes and steals, thinking, oh, they will not catch me, right? Fourth kind of person, he does everything, he gets hit also, still he does next time. You understand? So all these different kinds of people are there, and material world has for everybody to learn, right? Somebody just reading will understand Lord. Somebody has to go in penances and have all these problems and do. Somebody gets hit, gets kicked, still doesn't understand. They say, no, there is no Lord. Right? So what I meant is, these things are there depending on the person's stage. It understands, right? The ultimate thing is given for this age is bhakti, because it's more practical, right? It's taking Krishna's name is given because it's more easy, and that is given in this age. So there are ways, yes, just following Vedas, which is Karma Kanda. Veda usually has Karma Kanda, means Yagya and everything does. So yes, that can be also done. It's not like that. So eventually they will reach to ultimate thing of Vedas. All Vedas are made to know Krishna, to know Lord. So ultimately they will reach. So if there are any question, we'll continue. But otherwise, in parallel, I think Prasadam can be started. It's 9:37. Right? Any other questions, comments? So let's, yeah.
Guruji, you said that in this material world, everything can be classified into one of the three modes of material nature. So,
Um, not only, right? Because it could be mixture also. Yeah.
and so they're all modes of Maya, right? So everything here is in some kind of
It's material world, so it's under influence of Maya,
of Lord's by energy,
Aparashakti. Yeah.
Aparashakti. And in spiritual world, is everything under the influence of Lord's internal energy? Antarang Shakti.
Yeah, Parashakti.
Parashakti.
Yeah, everything is made of Parashakti.
So there also we are in some kind of illusion, which is like sweet illusion, where
Not exactly.
No?
We are not in illusion. It's purity, 100% pure. So you are directly interacting. That is a real interaction.
okay. I think my question, the reason I asked, because one place I think I heard Radhanath Maharaj explain that when Lord's most intimate devotees, they also forget that he's Lord, and he also forgets that he's Lord, and so their interaction.
So that is Yoga Maya coming in picture.
Maya.
Yeah, Yoga Maya coming in
That is some
picture.
kind of illusion.
Correct. Yeah, Yoga Maya actually just for creating the sweet. That is that is what you are saying. The sweet pastimes. Yes. Then.
But that's not everywhere in the spiritual world. That's only in Goloka Vrindavan, or is it everywhere in the spiritual world? For example, in Vaikuntha Loka, where Lord is worshipped in the mood of
Awe and reverence.
yeah, there they don't have this kind of illusion.
There also, because predominantly in that planet, the spiritual planet, that is what is done. But there are few others which are having that other feelings. So there also could be possible. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So you want to ask Prabhu if he has any question? Yeah, actually, so there are two questions, right? So, answer to first question is no, they don't follow Vedas, because that is what the Buddhists. Oh, they didn't catch. So he had two questions. Prabhuji is asking Mohit Prabhu on the phone. So first question is whether they follow Vedas. Second question is whether Buddhists believe that Buddha is Krishna's incarnation. These two questions. So the answer to both the questions is no. And Buddha, yes, Vedas were not given. The Vedas basically were rejected by Buddha. So Buddhists don't follow Vedas. And then Buddha incarnation of Krishna's incarnation is given in Srimad Bhagavatam. So in Bhagavatam it is given, which is one of the Puranas. And I don't believe that Buddhists follow the Puranas. So they don't follow that as well. You know, to understand our Guru Maharaj in this place, our house, he gave very good example, very good way he has explained this, right? So he explained that if if say we wanted to build a nice big temple, right? The first thing what you do, you clear up the site, right? So that is what Buddha did. Buddha actually cleared up everything, right? Then Shankaracharya came, and what he did, he actually brought the Advaita or Mayavad, right? Whether Krishna is Brahman, which is opposite of what reality is, right? What truth is. So that is like going down, right? So when you construct, you go down, right? Why you go down? For foundation. So more you go down, more stronger is the foundation. So Shankaracharya came and he went down, he digged the foundation, right? And then Dvaitavad and then Mahaprabhu actually built a big temple on that foundation, right? So this is a plan of a whole big master plan, right? Okay. Yes, ma'am. 1 minute. Yeah.
Then you take himself as well as his energy, both you consider the same. So like the person who personally, like who understands Bhagavan as a person, they can relate both. But will impersonalists be able to realize that that they will be able to understand it's the same, or
No.
explain a little bit more on that?
Correct. Yeah. No. Very good question. So question is, in purport, Prabhupada has mentioned that there is no difference between impersonalist and personalist, because both are actually aspects of Krishna, aspect of Lord. So personalist will understand is there is impersonal feature of Lord and personalist, but will the impersonalist understand there is a personal feature of Lord? Yeah, very difficult actually impersonalist to understand that. So this is mostly Prabhupada has given from the perspective of Bhakta, who believes in Bhagwan and the impersonal feature of Bhagwan.
Mainly, Prabhupada mentioning when they speak like success and person both are same in reality. So he's talking from the Bhakta perspective.
Our perspective, correct.
Okay.
Yes, from our perspective, correct.
Thank you.
Very good. Thank you very much, Prabhu. And yes, Mataji, you have a question? They are actually. That's the reason. Yeah, passion and ignorance, I think. Yeah. Right. That's the reason. Right. So we can talk. I will just close and then we can talk. Yeah, we can. Any other questions? Anybody has? So we will end here. Sorry, it took 15 minutes more than I planned. So thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. I'll stop the call. Hari Bol.